In part 2, we hear directly from the victim, her own words, describing what Delontay Geiger did to her. These are not allegations. These are her lived experience, told through pain, through fear, and through the memory of survival. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Not too bad yourself. Yeah. All right. How you feeling? A little bit. What's that?
They're moving me.
Okay. To a better room or just... What's that?
They're moving me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. That sounds like you're making better strides than to get you out of there, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
That cop knows.
what's that?
That cop knows.
He knows like the story and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know. They just saw I know like the other unit, they came to speak with you on a few things today, so I told them I'd just keep the conversation with me and you private for right now.
Okay.
But obviously I just want to get a little bit more of the story. I know you look a little bit healthier and hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit better.
I am.
Good. So I know Saturday when I came up and spoke to you, just go to where we left off before. We were at the part where you've known Blessed for probably about a week at that time, right? You said couple weeks, okay. And you were buying a crack off of him, and you would routinely just buy it from him and smoke either there or wherever, right?
Right.
Okay. So at that point, when he said that, you mentioned that your ex-boyfriend or your boyfriend, he said, had narked on him.
What's the narc? Not necessarily on him.
Okay.
I didn't have a clue.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was talking about.
Did you ever figure out when he was saying that like your boyfriend narked on him? Do you remember who he was talking about or anything like that? And then you don't currently have a boyfriend or nothing like that, or an ex-boyfriend that you could think of?
No, that's the only person I could think of. And that's what I was telling them today. Was some guy that lived on God, Rodney.
What was his name?
I don't even know.
Okay. And do you know where he lived at?
And those are just brother.
Okay. In Cleveland or?
In Cleveland.
Okay. Do you remember like a nickname or anything? No. Okay. Okay. So at that point you were saying that Blessed was telling you that you owed him, or you or your boyfriend, or he was having to pay like $5,000 a day.
A week.
A week?
Yeah.
To keep it.
7 days.
Oh, you're fine.
That was a week to keep him out of trouble.
Okay. All right. So at that point, when you go over his house, do you remember when you went to his house yet, or no? Or like, do you remember a day or?
What do you mean?
When you went to Blessed's house where he kept you there.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what day that was yet, or no? Obviously, I know like a lot of crap happened to you.
I don't remember.
No? Okay.
When they started talking about that. But when they started talking about that, and that's when things got different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it started off when you were in his house, you went over there voluntarily on your own to buy crack, and then what is after you smoked, did he tell you that you weren't leaving, or?
Pretty much.
Okay. When he told you that you weren't going to leave, how did he tell you, or what was he saying to you? Do you remember?
He was just saying that it wasn't my fault, primarily, but I was in trouble, and that now he had things like that. And keep him out of jail. And that, I had to buy my crack off him. And he kept beating me. And beating me. And then he gave me crack. So I could beat me some more.
Do you remember how many times he was giving you crack?
He was just telling me to load the stick. To load it so he could beat me. And he hit me with the TV.
He hit you with the TV?
On top of it.
Okay. Was it like a normal, like a big TV like this, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And that was Blessed that hit you with that?
Yeah.
Now, when he had you in the basement at points, did he have you just laying on a mattress that was down there, or do you remember at all? Because I remember you said that he had you in the basement and then would move you around it
I got it on cardboard.
on cardboard,
Yeah.
and that's how he had you sleeping?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think it was a mattress. I think it was on cardboard.
I think they should remove the bunk from Delontay's cell and give him a piece of cardboard. Let's see how you like it. I mean, they feed you, right?
And he would pick me up and swipe me. Like, he would carry me around my shoulders and swipe me. Like, from place to place. And I would just moan and cry. And then tell me to shut up. And he was going to kill me. I had to be quiet. Quiet, but the electricity thing was killing me. Just felt electricity. It was really worth it.
Alright. So the night that the officers found you, do you remember at any point if he told you, like, the cops are here, like, shut up, don't do anything, or?
He told me to shut up and be quiet. That somebody that ow. You just told me to be quiet.
Okay. Do you remember if you were in the basement and then he moved you to the attic, or?
See, I thought he was looking for me. I made a cut that he was looking for me. Because it seemed like two fights in the
Okay.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like upstairs or chilling attic. Oh, or somewhere.
At that point when he was moving you, did he put you in, like, a container or a box at that point?
Yeah.
Okay, so he forced you in a container, and
Yeah.
do you remember, I remember you saying that there were different boxes that he had that you were in at that point. Do you remember, like, what type of box that was, or no?
The last one was like a Tupperware.
A Tupperware one?
They had lots of
Okay.
like French everything.
Okay. When you were inside, were you able to breathe at all, or no?
I can feel. I mean, I could see one light.
One little space that you were able to?
But he had me so cramped up. Oh my God. It hurt so bad.
I'm sure.
It hurt so bad.
Now, besides the TV, do you remember if hit you with any other items or did anything else to you?
He hit me was basically with my own body. Lord.
No, like he had your hands hitting yourself, or
Yeah, yeah, like when he would move me, he would pull me and have my body hit my body.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Did he?
Yeah, physically did something. It sounds like not the pain. It was so bad.
And you said he was hitting you with like his hands and fists and.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's all on my
No, was there? No, I didn't see him. I have to get the pictures from the doctors and everything. Now I heard there was some like abrasions or different things with your back. Do you remember him like putting anything on your back or doing anything to your back?
I think the burning came from rubbing.
The burning, like from dragging you across the floor or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when he kept asking me, how I got burned. I don't remember correctly. So I would say for this way, I was hurt. I don't give a fuck about that. No, I was just screaming. Because it hurt so bad.
I'm sure it did, and
You know?
like the fact that like you're here and how good you're doing right now.
It was horrible. Because all I could feel was my trip shooting from my body and the pain of it. And I kept telling him that it hurt so bad. He just didn't care. He just kept doing it.
Okay. And I know you mentioned before there was another person there that helped him or did that assaulted you too. Do you remember who that was?
I wasn't used to it with his cold. He made her kick me. They called me a rat. Stop calling me a rat. Which I've never made on it. I don't have enough charges for that. I don't even know anybody in the police department, you know?
Yeah. Now, do you remember what this female looked like? Was she white, black,
She
Hispanic?
was white.
She was white?
She was white.
Okay.
White. She was black.
Do you remember like a nickname or a name that he was calling her or anything?
Cece.
He was calling her Cece? Okay. So she also had, and she was a white female or black female?
Light.
Light?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She was black but light? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, okay.
She was stopped.
Okay, but you did remember the name Cece for her? Okay. No, that's good, that's good.
I don't know if it was.
Okay.
I don't know whose name, but.
Okay. And then, besides CC and Blessed that was doing this, do you remember anybody else that was injuring you or doing anything to you?
No, there was somebody putting crack in it. Somebody, I don't think he was doing it.
Okay.
I think he was doing it out of fear.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he was participating.
Okay. Now, do you think when CC was kicking you and calling you a rat, do you think that was on her own, or do you think that was like Blessed making her do that?
That was Blessed.
Blessed was telling her to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then I know it can be a little difficult, everything that happened. Do you know if at any point Blessed sexually assaulted you or anything? No? Okay. Did he have anybody else like sexually assault you or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. Alright. And then, besides,
He poked me with a knife.
he poked you with a knife?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the knife looked like, or was it like a long blade, or like a short pocket knife, or?
I don't know what they do.
Was that in your arms that he did that too? Okay. Was it multiple times or just one time? A couple times? Are there any other things that he did assault you while you were there that you can remember?
I think that's
Okay. Was he giving you food or anything during this time? No. Okay.
well, at first, they poured water over my head. Like, they poured water.
Okay.
I don't think it did. After that, again, wasn't really confusing. It was just like, he was just like, pouring water over me
Okay.
and trying to rub it.
Okay. Like when he did that, did he have anything over your face during the time, or like did he?
But I couldn't move my arms.
Okay. So you couldn't move your arms when he's doing that, and then did he put like a towel or a sheet or anything over your face at that time? Okay.
And like, one like the people, one like there,
And then do you remember at any point when he had you in a chair? Do you remember being in a chair or anything and having to write anything on a piece of paper?
yeah, I was in a chair. I was sitting up there, the wall, and I just like, so they come out,
You had to write something to say you were sorry?
and then I left it.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember what you wrote that on, or no?
But that is it.
On a magazine?
That's why it was that.
Okay.
Because I wrote it for something like this. Driver's place. It's on the internet. But that's what it is.
Okay. Alright. Anything else that you can remember at this moment, or just that you had to endure? Or?
And that was trying to torture me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've known Blessed for, you said, a few weeks that you knew him, where you were buying everything from? Okay.
They told me, I used to buy it.
So, and obviously I know you're a little bit injured right now with your face and your eyes and everything. How's your vision right now? Vision, you think's pretty good. If I were to show you a photo, do you think you would know who Blessed is? Okay. So it's a little smaller. That's Blessed. Okay, so that's exactly like you described the first time, where short hair, goatee, mustache, short black male. Okay. What's that?
What's his name?
His name's Dalontay. So, but as I mentioned before to you, he is arrested. He has a really, really, really high bond right now for what he did to you. So I don't think he's going to be able to post bond and get out for the seriousness of this. Like I said, there was a lot of people that helped me out with this case, that they were involved in making sure that right now he's going to stay behind bars with like a high bond, and making sure the charges that we are trying to do for him right now, just to make you aware of everything that's going on. We are trying to do attempted murder for the charges that he did, with the seriousness of your injuries and what you had to go through.
He did try to.
And felonious assault, kidnapping, tampering with evidence. Okay, so hopefully, if everything goes right, he'll be away until everything happens at this point. So I have a little bit of court coming up that I'll have to deal with on my end for everything with him. But obviously, I'll leave you my card here too.
Okay.
If you are getting moved to hospice, I'll make sure that I keep up with where you're at, if there's anything that we need to go, or if I need to talk to you on our end about. But
Excuse me.
no, you're fine.
To
A Metro hospice. Okay. When you get moved, I'll confer with the staff too tomorrow. I'll confer with them and find out where you are going, so that way I have that information.
Do they have?
They'll more than likely, we'll talk to them, make sure that they have security, and then we'll make sure that yeah, because right now I don't know if you know or not, we do have you under an alias name, so you're not even under your name, so that way nobody can find you or know where you're at right now.
I just don't know
Why this happened to you?
because I'm not.
I mean, unfortunately.
I'm not out there like that.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think he just got some things in his head wrong or something like that, and I don't know if he got bad information or if he just thought something differently in his head, but I mean, obviously, I don't think anything that you did.
He even said in his interview that the detective DT would bail him out. Just let him know what the bail is. He's going to bail me out. He's going to get me out. I think he really believed that. I truly think that he picked a victim. He's psychotic, crazy, and he thought that he would get away with it because DT would get him out. Remember, he said in his interview, I was in the wrong place the wrong time. No, honey, you were where you were supposed to be. That is your home? I think she was in the wrong place the wrong time when your psychoticness had an explosion and decided that you wanted to commit a heinous crime and see if DT would bail you out. Think you were testing him out. Yeah. I don't believe that he kidnapped her, tortured her, and attempted to kill her because she was a snitch. I believe that he got this newfound freedom, he thought, because he now had this detective in his back pocket, that he could do anything.
Caused these injuries. I mean, hopefully at this point with your road to recovery, hopefully like you can get yourself healthy and this point and go on and live a good life afterwards. But have you been able to talk to your son or daughter, or?
I talked to my son. He's supposed to come see me on Saturday.
Okay, that's good.
Because he wants something.
Yeah.
And that's with me.
Yeah, no, he seemed like a good guy. He called me. He wanted to make sure to express his thankfulness of that we were able to help you out and do everything. And your daughter, your daughter seems like she's a real good kid too.
Yeah.
So.
When I was a mom, I was a mom.
Yeah.
You know. Yes. That's very good.
Okay. Where do they live, down in Columbus area or
No, they live in Mansfield.
Mansfield? Okay. Well, do you think your relationship is good with them to where maybe you can stay with them afterwards too or something? And
No.
no,
I will never stay.
no.
I just won't ever do that.
Well, I mean, you still, yeah. Well, you still have a long road to recovery, and it seems like they were.
But they I've raised him to have a life.
Okay.
And
Well, well, you're still part of that life too.
yeah,
So think of it that way.
I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very strong.
Yeah. Well, it shows that you're very strong. The fact that we're here talking right now shows that you're one strong SOB right now. Okay.
I went through a rape and torture for 8 hours before. I don't know why these things happen. They do. And I survived that one.
Well,
So, that was many years ago.
well, maybe you're put here to try to help some other young ladies that may need your guidance later on in life.
Because I'm like none of them.
Yeah.
You know, everybody respects me. And there's nothing. And it just starts to, you know, help them along the way a little bit. That's what I do.
Yeah. Well,
Ain't nobody else can be wrong.
no.
I know.
So,
But I like it.
well,
That's what I do.
well, you can turn all these negatives definitely into some positive, hopefully, in somebody else's life.
Yeah. And I'm not a victim of this shit. He's a victim of himself.
Oh.
I will never be his victim.
Well, I'll just let you know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to stand right by your side when everything comes, depending on what happens with court, and stand right by your side, okay?
Well, I appreciate that.
So we'll be right there fighting with you,
I
okay?
appreciate that a lot.
Oh, you're welcome.
Just know that I'll stand strong.
Okay. Well, we'll be strong for you as well. If you ever need time to talk about anything or do anything, I'll leave you my number and I'm always there. You can give me a call even if you just need to talk to somebody for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So, but if you need anything else, like I said, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'll be there for you, okay? All right.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So I'll get out of your hair right now, but just let any of the other guys know anything, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
And in the next video, I'm gonna play for you the police interview with Cece, the girlfriend, the one that came downstairs and kicked her.
I just want to say thank you. Nothing more, no play. I appreciate